Tonight I am not going to cook because my mom make dinner.
That sounds nice. It is always great when someone else cooks dinner. Here is a quick tip to improve your sentence. Instead of my mom make dinner, we say my mom is going to make dinner because it is a future plan, or my mom is making dinner. So you can say, tonight I am not going to cook because my mom is going to make dinner. Let's try another one using the future. What is your mom cooking tonight? Or what will you be?
Later for the dinner, I eating a cheesecake of the fruit de la pasión.
Oh, passion fruit cheesecake is absolutely delicious. That sounds like a wonderful dessert. Here are 2 small tips for your sentence. 1. Instead of I eating, we need the helping verb I am eating or I am going to eat. 2. In English, we call that fruit passion fruit. So you can say, later for dinner, I am going to eat a passion fruit cheesecake. Let's practice the
At 2 p.m., I relaxing in my house because it's holiday.
That sounds like a perfect plan. Holidays are the best time to rest. Here is how we can fix the grammar for the future. Continuous, actions in progress in the future. 1. Instead of I relaxing, we say I will be relaxing. 2. In English, we usually say it is a holiday instead of just is holiday. So the full sentence:
The next weekend, I will are going to eating food, Mexican food, because it's my favorite food.
Mexican food is amazing. Tacos, burritos, and guacamole are always a great choice. Let's look at how to structure this sentence perfectly. When we talk about future plans, we can use will or be going to, but we don't use them together. Also, we use the base verb after going to. Next weekend.
Please give me more questions.
Let's keep practicing. Here are 3 new questions for day 1. Future plans for cooking and eating. Take your time to answer them one by one. And remember to try using be going to, or the future continuous will be plussing. 1.
If I go to a restaurant, I ordering a lasagna and I drink a fruit de la pasión juice.
Yum! Lasagna and passion fruit juice make a wonderful combination. Let's look at how we can use the future continuous or going to talk about this plan. 1. Instead of I ordering, we can say I will be ordering because it's an action in progress in the future, or I am going to order. 2. For the drink, we say passion fruit juice, putting passion fruit before juice. So you can say, if I go to a restaurant, I will be ordering lasagna, and I am going to drink passion fruit juice. Great effort. Let's try another one from the list. Next month, if you have a party or a family dinner, what special meal are you going to prepare?
I am not going to prepare any special because I don't know how to cook. But I am going to make a cheesecake because it's easy of preparation.
Making a cheesecake is a great idea. It is a delicious dessert, and you are right. Some cheesecakes don't even need an oven, so they are very easy to make. Let's look at 2 small things to make your English sound even more natural. 1. Instead of any special, we say anything special. 2. Instead of easy of preparation, we usually say easy to prepare or easy to make. So your sentence perfectly corrected is because I don't know how to cook.
In this year, I think scientists will inventing transported food.
That is an interesting prediction. Transferred food sounds like a fascinating concept, maybe like transporting food or changing it in a new way. Let's look at a quick grammar tip to help you practice the future perfect tense. Instead of saying scientists will be inventing, which means they will be in the middle of doing it, we use will have invented to show the action is finished by that year.
I think people with not stop eating meat from animals because this food give important nutrients.
That is a very good point. Meat provides important nutrients like protein and vitamins that many people want in their diet. Let's do a quick check on your grammar and vocabulary to keep improving. Grammar. Instead of people with not stop, we say people will not stop or won't stop. Subject-verb agreement. Since food is singular, we add an adjective singular, we add an s to the verb. This food gives important nutrients. So a great way to say your sentence is, I think people will not stop eating meat from animals because this food gives important nutrients. Let's try one more prediction about the future of food.
Yes, I think kitchens are going to change. I will be think about robots to helping in the kitchen, but only for rich people because they are going to be very expensive.
That makes a lot of sense. Robots would probably be a luxury item at first, so only wealthy families could afford them. Let's look at how we can adjust your sentences to make them sound even more natural. Grammar, verb tense. Instead of I will be think, you can say I think or I am thinking. Grammar, infinitive. After the word to, we use the base form of the verb. So instead of to helping, we say to help. Future perfect.
Please give me more questions.
I would love to keep practicing with you. Let's continue with day 2 and look at a few more predictions about the future of food. Here are your next questions.
I think supermarkets are going to change because in the groceries because we'll be having different packaging and the ingredients are going to be different.
That is a very smart prediction. Packaging and ingredients are definitely changing quickly, especially with new technology and eco-friendly ideas. Let's look.
Honestly, I don't know cook, but my mom cooking seafood soup.
Thank you for sharing. That sounds delicious. Here are 2 small corrections to help you. Instead of I don't know cook, it is better to say I don't know how to cook. Instead of my mom cooking a soup, it is better to say my mom is going to cook a soup or my mom is cooking a soup. Let's practice our grammar focus. Future plans. Imagine tomorrow afternoon. What will your mom be cooking tomorrow, or what do you...
My mom don't cooking tomorrow because it's holiday. So my parents and I go to eating in a casa res.
That sounds like a wonderful plan. Eating out on a holiday is always fun. Here are a few small corrections for your sentence. Instead of my mom don't cooking, you can say my mom is not going to cook tomorrow. Instead of my parents and I go to eating at a casa rest, you can say my parents and I are going to eat at a restaurant. Note, casa is Spanish for house, and we usually say restaurant in English. So
In casa res, we are going to eat a steak.
yum, a steak sounds wonderful. Here is a quick correction for that word. In English, we pronounce and spell it as steak, pronounced like
sorry.
steak. So you can say, we are going to eat a steak. We have practiced for 5 minutes today. You did a wonderful job talking about your future plans. Here back for today's session.
Please give me more questions, please.
I would love to keep practicing with you. Let's do a few more questions to practice our future plans for cooking and eating. What time are you and your parents going to go to the restaurant?
I am going to order a lemonade to drink.
That sounds very refreshing. A lemonade goes perfectly with steak. Here is a quick note on your sentence. Your grammar was perfect here. I am going to order a lemonade to drink is exactly correct. Great job using am going to. Let's
I wish I know to cooking to bake desserts.
Baking a dessert is a wonderful goal. Here are a few small corrections for your sentence. Instead of I wish I know to cookings, you can say I wish I knew how to cook or I want to learn how to cook. To make it a complete thought, you can say I want to learn how to cook so I can bake a
I am going to bake a chocolate cake this weekend.
Oh, a chocolate cake sounds absolutely delicious. Excellent job using I am going to bake. That is perfectly correct. We have finished our extra practice for today, and you did a fantastic job sticking with it. Here is your updated final feedback. Grammar feedback. Strengths. Your last sentence was 100% correct. You used I perfectly. Areas to...
Please give me more questions, please.
I would love to keep practicing with you. Let's do another question about food and your future plans. Imagine that next week you want to try a new...
Tomorrow I am going to make a sandwich and I drink a cup of coffee.
That sounds like a classic delicious breakfast. Here are 2 small corrections to help with your grammar. Instead of I drink a cup of coffee, it is better to use the future form to match the first part of your sentence. You can say I am going to drink a cup of coffee or I will drink a cup of coffee. So your full sentence would be tomorrow I am going to make a sandwich and I am going to drink a cup of coffee. Let's practice a bit more with that. What kind...
I going to make a sandwich to ham and cheese and coffee. I am going to make a cappuccino.
That sounds like a perfect breakfast. A ham and cheese sandwich with a hot cappuccino is an excellent combination. Here are 2 small corrections to make your sentence sound more natural. Instead of a sandwich to ham and cheese, we say a ham and cheese sandwich. Instead of and coffee, since you are making a cappuccino, you can combine them by saying with a cappuccino. So your full sentence would look which, and I am going to make a cappuccino. Your use of I am going to make in both parts is absolutely perfect. You are getting much better at using this grammar structure. Let's do one final question for today. When you are making your cappuccino tomorrow morning, will you be using regular milk or do you prefer a different kind of milk, like almond milk or oat milk?
I am going to use normal milk.
A normal milk sandwich? That sounds like you might be thinking of cereal. Or maybe you mean you are going to drink a glass of normal milk with your sandwich. Here is a quick grammar tip for using the word milk. Milk is an uncountable noun, so we do not usually say a normal milk. Instead, you can say, I am going to use normal milk, or I am going to drink regular milk. Let's try one more question about your breakfast. What ingredients are you going to put inside your sandwich? For example, cheese, ham, tomato, or eggs.
I am going to put inside the sandwich cheese and ham.
That sounds like a delicious and classic combination. A ham and cheese sandwich is perfect for breakfast. Your grammar in that sentence was very good. You used I am going to put perfectly. To make it sound even more natural, you can say, I am going to put ham and cheese inside the sandwich. We have practiced so